Alright, everybody, we back with another video. So everybody, Neiro bro pump, Neiro the real CTO. We doing good. We actually finding support to the our old resistance. So if I do back out here, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna show you guys. Yes, this is old resistance. Let me do 1 day chart. Look, we're at our old support. We about to create a new floor and we heading for higher. So Neiro bro pump is not to fade. We're one of the best in the market on pump fund also, so that's kind of nice. Look, if we go here, we do go on just a moment. Let me go get the people from the TG. So I'm just gonna open this, open this, share, and I'm going back to TG here. So yeah, when we do verify here, there's the exactly just a moment here. So yeah, I know you guys, just a moment here. I don't understand why this is off. This one's supposed to work. What the fuck is going on here? Perfect. So sorry guys. I see it's bugging right now. Let me just check if it's really bugging. So yeah, it's really bugging. The camera got off. Sorry guys, I'm gonna put it back on. I don't know why I did that. Just because I removed the. Oh yeah. Stupid. Alright, sorry guys. So okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop the streaming. And I'm gonna go here and just like bang, get the new stream. Go back to TG live on live. So let's go. So what I wanted to talk about when we do verify here today, Neiro, we are actually doing good. Look here, we're finding our old floor. This is the support. We're gonna actually get back to our resistance and create new highs. October is gonna be really interesting for people. So top CoinGecko on pump fund with the highest 24-hour transaction. So if you go here, you just write not GT score listed on CoinGecko. That's really important, and you switch this trend in for 24-hour. Let's see if we're in the top 5. And there we are, top 3, right under Billy, one of the best pump fund token on the whole market. So that's something people should take into consideration. We're actually the best token out there off pump fund. So that's nice. We're gonna verify here. We're actually looking for a new floor to actually go back and hit new resistance. So Neiro's doing good. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go into see in the TG what's going on. So just a moment here. Here's the TG. So what's up? So yeah, the TG's on live. Me, I got a couple of things to do. You know, I have to roll up and stuff. I could actually put a YouTube video or something. Let me just go check exactly what's going on in the market. Neiro, there's a lot of things to talk about when it's about Neiro bro pump.
Is underwater. I just didn't realize I was.
So guys, meet Kevin's talking about a flipping. So that's really important. We're gonna actually listen to what he gotta say. Um, just a moment here. Boop, 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 boop. So yeah, just a moment here. I'm just gonna come back and re-add this here so you guys see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go here. We live. We live. Boom. So we're gonna go here. Here. 3 hours. Where's me? Right here.
Oh boy, you've all been waiting for it. The giant Meet Kevin flip flop. What a day. The stock market, S&P 500, 1.5% over all-time highs. Tesla up nearly 7%. Jim Cramer poops on Palantir so badly yesterday, calling it a barometer of momentum, a meme stock, a cult stock, and he's not even sure if it's actually a stock. I tweeted about this on X, by the way, posted about it. And Palantir's up. Everything's going up. The market is in full-fledged euphoria mode, and everybody's been waiting for Kevin to say, this is it. This is the fundamental data we have been looking for that says this is it. We are going all in, baby. We are going back to being bulls. Well, this morning, as many, and we're going to talk about it here, but this morning, as many of you
What I wanted to tell you guys, sorry, what I wanted to tell you guys is right now we shorting the cabal. He's long, but I'm long for the market and for our Nero, but I'm shorting the cabal right now. I could show you guys. I made $10 since this morning. I was negative. I was about to get liquidated, but I'm still shorting the cabal, so you don't have to worry for that. I'm doing the job. I'm bringing back the money from the cabals back to our community. So I hope a lot of people could start doing the same, but it's not easy. I'm only doing this because I've been in crypto since 2017, and I click quick, and I on my actions, because I know if I don't on my actions, I'm gonna miss out on some money. So that's why I only bought only one Nero. I never bought the other Neros. No other Neros. Only one Nero. The Nero Bro Pump, because it's the real one. All the other Neros, go play with them. Go touch fire. Who you know that said, "Oh, I invested in Nero CTO on Ethereum and I got rich"? Nobody, bro. Nobody. I didn't. I don't even know one person, because it's all fucking cabal bullshit. Our time is coming. This one's gonna die like the others die. Like the Soul, we told you the Soul one was gonna die. They died. We told you the Ethereum Cabal was gonna die. They died. There's only missing the fake one that use our narrative of being first on a chain. So that's our narrative. They're only the first on Ethereum chain. Who gives a F about that? And the second thing I wanted to say is they're still in our other narrative because they're calling themselves a CTO. We know you ain't no CTO. We know it. We seen the blockchain. You ain't no CTO. Oh yeah, they call themselves CTO because they're the cabal takeover. Now I understand. They call themselves CTO because they're the cabal takeover. They call themselves CTO. They call themselves CTO because they're the cabal takeover. So yeah, they're the cabal takeover, bro. That's why they call themselves CTO. Us, we know what's going on with the market, everything. We're not playing games. So yes, my G, you see people are coming on the live. They like what we're saying. The chat is here. I'm a pop up the chat. Okay, okay. Pop out chat. So you pop out the chat like this, okay? You put it as a size like everybody's gonna like this. And then I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna window capture and I'm gonna add the chat. Boom. You guys happy now? Boom. We got the chat right here. So chat's going crazy. Chat's going crazy. CTO Neiro, we're the real one. The other one is the Cabal takeover. That's why they're called the CTO. They're the Cabal takeover. So don't get into that Cabal BS. We're the real CTO. Everybody should just join in, talk in, listen to what we gotta say. We're shorting the Cabal here. We're doing what we gotta do. You know, we don't care about the fucking fake. That Neiro is just gonna scam your money. That's why we shorten it here. We're gonna bring back the money to the real CTO. So yeah, let's listen to what he got to say. He flip flop. He's bullish. I'm bullish too. I'm bullish on Nero Bro Pump. There's this guy I gotta listen. I gotta do so much listening to, but it's okay, man. Cause I don't want to put stuff on and people leave the live, you know. So me, I'm just here. I need to roll up. I need to smoke. You know, I didn't smoke a whole day. I'm stressed out. You know, I've been going through a lot. You know, so that's what we're gonna do. Stay up, watch what we gotta do.
Over, frankly, somewhere around 1,500 or 2,000 of you that already know about this. Thank you so much for joining me this morning in our course member live stream. Those of you, we already went through a 48-minute custom course member live on exactly positioning and valuations and thoughts. And remember, we still got that flash sale going on until noon. So if you want to be part of that, you got a few hours left here to hop in on that flash sale. Check that out by going to meetkevin.com. And you can always, for the rest of forever, get those course member live streams. So if in 8 years you're like, I wonder what Kevin's 48-minute positioning update is, you too could see it and see my thesis and rationale behind everything. But for now, we've got to talk about going bullish because frankly, right now what's happening in markets is markets are saying, maybe we need to take profit on our recession hedges. You saw gold move down a little bit. You saw bonds move down a little bit. Which are generally considered recession hedges. And now you're seeing recession, recovery plays, which are generally considered risk assets, right? Think about when the Federal Reserve capitulates, like they did at the bottom of the market in 2009, at the bottom of the market in March of 2003, at the bottom of the market, in the late 80s. When the Fed capitulates, it's usually at the bottom of the market, and it's time to go all in because risk assets moon. NASDAQ goes to all-time highs, small caps skyrocket, crypto-related assets, if they existed back then, would probably go to all-time highs. Fed capitulation is a great time to go all in. And so a lot of folks are wondering, Kevin, is this a Fed capitulation? And we have to understand the fundamentals of this, and I think history is an interesting guide. So, first of all, right now, we are getting a turning point in the Fed, as Jerome Powell likes to call it, a recalibration. But is this a Federal Reserve capitulation? Is this the Fed saying, hey, we're just going to go all in and bail out markets? No. What we actually got was the Federal Reserve saying, hey, everything's fine. We're just going to try to front run some labor market weakening. Interesting. So to front run labor market weakening, what you're going to do is you're going to try to drive yields down, but what you in effect did is you actually drove yields up because people are covering their recession hedges and yields went up. So now all of a sudden, when you look at the ADP employment report and you find out which sector of the labor market is the weakest and you realize it's small businesses that usually aren't public, you go, oh, higher yields actually hurts the weakest part of the labor market and actually exacerbates the problem. So the Fed didn't actually bail anything out yesterday. The Fed certainly didn't capitulate. If anything, they actually accomplished literally the opposite of what they're trying to accomplish. They have just tightened financial conditions for credit cards, for loans on Teslas, for financing on solar panels, for the 30-year mortgage. All of those got more expensive. So think about that, how weird this is for a moment. The Fed cuts rates with a surprise 50, and every rate that people are exposed to gets more expensive. People are like, oh, it's the start of the rate cut cycle. Yay, Tesla's going to go to the moon. And it's true, Tesla's up 6.5 or whatever percent today. But wait a minute. Rates just got more expensive. Expenses just went up at Tesla for them to pay those buy downs for you. The start of the rate cut cycle so far is doing exactly the opposite of what we would expect. This is not a Fed capitulation. This is a turning point in Fed policy. But fundamentally, nothing has changed. We are still in an environment with weaker than historical ISM services. We, in non-recessionary times, we should not be this weak on ISM services. We are still in an environment where job openings and the job market is rapidly slowing. And even Jerome Powell himself acknowledged that, there's going to be a lag to our 50 basis point cut. Okay, great. So in other words, not only are yields going up right now, but your rescuing of this jobs market isn't really happening yet. Okay, great. So now all of a sudden we look and go, okay, so we're not actually getting near-term support from the Federal Reserve for undoing a recession. So what fundamental data did we get that would indicate maybe no recession? Well, maybe GDP, right? GDP is obviously a good predictor, but it's also not part of the Federal Reserve's mandate. The Federal Reserve's mandate is around jobs and inflation. And if the Fed loses control on
All right, I'm back. So yeah, he's trying to explain some smart shit, but he's just trying to say like shit's gonna keep going up. And people are gonna think that it's time to take profits, but it's gonna be time for them to fumble their bags. So Neiro Bro Pump, we here, we active. Come in the chat, come. So yeah, we are what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go here. I gotta listen to it, but yo, I think I want to listen to that. Bring Mr. Beast's credit card to the hood. Like that video sounds interesting, even if it's not about crypto.
jobs, GDP rolls over second. It is not a leading indicator, it's a lagging indicator. And then, of course, layoff indications, which are rightfully still low right now, and probably go down as the stock market rises for larger cap companies, does help us move further away from a recession, right? Because as stock markets rise, you have less of being near a trigger point, so to speak, for layoffs, where valuations have collapsed so much that you have to lay off just to try to save the business. You're further away from that as the stock market hits all-time highs, but it doesn't mean that recessionary considerations that are still present have all of a sudden evaporated. And so this is fascinating because a lot of folks, they look at very simply and they go, oh, Kevin's been bearish, so Kevin must be getting smoked. And what's fascinating is my hedge, the underlying position that my hedge is exposed to is down like 1.5%. We talked a lot about positioning, repositioning changes, all of that in the Course Member Live this morning. Make sure you're part of that. But it's actually kind of remarkable because if you look at it, you're like, interesting. Usually when the market skyrockets, hedges get absolutely destroyed and smoked. And so I think there are really interesting ways not to be short the market that pay off disproportionately well if you go into a recession, but you don't want a recession, right? Recession is really bad for startups. All three of the startups I have, recession is really bad for. But what I'm looking at is I'm looking at fundamental data, temporary job hiring, real domestic investment spending, the rapidity of the steepening of the yield curve, which is now exacerbating, right? We're at like 13 basis points uninverted. And usually when you get to about 50, that's when you're really triggering that recessionary pain. You're looking for a recovery in private jobs and healthcare jobs. You're looking for a recovery in both of those. Those are still both collapsing, right? These are problems. Of course, we've got more data coming up, more jobs reports, more inflation reports. We've got Q3, Q4 earnings. We've got an election coming up. And so what's fascinating is looking back at history. History actually tells us that when the Federal Reserve goes for a 50, especially when it's unexpected, you get a near-term rally. Consider this for a moment. I want you to go back to 2007, 2008. Let's go to 2007. We cut interest rates 50 basis points on a surprise right about here, September 18th approximately. And you'll notice the NASDAQ actually rose an additional 11.5% from the interest rate cut of 50 to all-time highs. And after that 6-week rally that you got in the stock market, the market went into recession and proceeded to collapse by 54.5%. So then I go, well, wait a minute. You know, things are rallying. This is wonderful. This is excellent. It's time to go all in, isn't it? I mean, stocks are up, so everything must be good, right? And so I take out my recession sheet and I go, okay, cool. What's fundamentally changed? Well, if the Fed is reducing by 50, that should be bullish because it should mean yields are going down and we're reducing the odds of recession. But wait a minute. Nothing's fundamentally changed. We still have the recessionary red flags, and oh, damn, yields went up, which is more recessionary, not less recessionary. Well, that's unfortunate. So then you wonder, okay, well, what are the next catalysts? Well, you have Fed speak that could talk rates down, right? You could keep markets still elevated and you could talk rates down. Harker talks tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Bostic Monday at 8. Goolsbee Monday at 10:15. Kashkari Monday at 1. Collins next Thursday at 9:10. Powell next Thursday at 9:20. Write these things down. Williams Thursday at 9:25 next Thursday. Next Thursday, Barr at 10:30. Next Thursday, Kashkari at 1. Next Friday, Collins at 9:30. And 2 Mondays from now at 1 p.m., you get Powell. Then you get the October 4th jobs report, the October 10th CPI report, the November 1st jobs report. Then you have the election. Then you have the November 13th CPI report. But because yields are actually rising right now, I actually have reduced my position on the bear bull scale. You know, yesterday I'm like, they went 50. This is bullish. So I went from, 3.5 to 3.6. To 3.4 because I'm like, bro, this is the market is doing.
We understand what he said and everything, so the market is gonna. Anyways, I don't want to explain, but he said it all. Look, this guy, what I like, I'm gonna go here. He talks about Neiro. I'm gonna show you guys right here. Okay, look here. There's Neiro. He's the wrong Neiro, but look, if I go here, and if I go here, look, who is that? Who is that? That's us. That's not. Look.
But in the case, we can also maybe even with a small account. But anyway, hard directly. The markup is at $8.1 million and the price is at 0.008143. Okay guys, exactly like I said in my last several videos from a week or so ago, that if you do come back down into this level, I'll be looking to buy in to this trading, which I had done already. I'm actually finding out just now here, and the reason for that because I saw.
Look at the price he said this shit is going to, bro. Look. We gonna go back to all-time highs and more, so that's crazy, guys. Look, if this guy, he doesn't even know, he's not in our group, he doesn't know nothing about Neiro, he doesn't even understand Neiro Bro Pump, but he knows what's going on. He's not on any other Neiro, he's only talking about us, so that's pretty good. The video came out 2 days ago, so that's, I ain't got more to say, but I'm gonna show you guys more crypto YouTubers. I don't know if he kept talking about
Hello everyone,
Neiro.
welcome back
There
to
go.
Crypto for One. With like what's it in my last here, we're in this one. Should be up on the day.
You see, he's like, look, we back, nah. He knows the price is going to look all-time high again.
My, guys, check this out.
I don't even know this guy. He has more subscribers than me. He makes 400 views a day. I don't even make these views. I'm just with the Neiro community. That's how I'm starting my shit. I tried with I didn't do nothing with Brett, no videos. Ponky, I tried getting people from Ponky in, but it was 3 cents. People didn't listen to me. That's why I really love Ponky Jesus from our group. And Ponky Jesus changed his PFP for Neiro, and he put the Ponky Jesus on top. So this guy, he's a legend now. He's called Ponky Jesus, but he's a Neiro guy, just like me. So smart people, I'm gonna say this in French. In English is people that looks alike hangs together. In French is better. C'est les gens qui se ressemblent, ils s'assemblent. So yeah, that people that looks like each other gets together. So that's, you see, this is nothing. He didn't sell. He bought in at the floor. He's with us, bro. He bought in like me. There, buying everywhere. Money coming back, guys. Don't stress. I'm telling you guys, bro. We could make this, bro. We can make this. I ain't got time to do nothing else in my life than concentrate on Neiro, dog. That's all I do. Concentrate on Neiro. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's all I do. Concentrate on Neiro. My focus is on us. So yeah, when we do verify here, I'm just gonna go here. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go to my subscriptions. So we live, people watching us. What to expect in the next 30 days? I used to listen to this guy a lot, but he's like pretty main on the top. He's an Ethereum guy, and he's talking about Ethereum a lot. And it's gonna that's how he's gonna do his times two. He wants to do a times two. This guy, he's looking for a times two in a year. He doesn't care as soon as it does times two, but he puts a lot of money. So that people different invest different type of ways. Us, we are actually aggressive investor. Anybody that bought any Nero, but all the other ones are Cabal, so it's too bad for them. But anybody that bought Nero Bro Pump, they're doing good because they're in the right Nero, and you guys know, like Nero Bro Pump is the first one on blockchain. Okay, so this guy he could show you guys some FB bullshit, but I'm not. I sold all of my FB for Nero. I got them for free too, so yeah. Hex is pumping. Fuck X. Sorry, but yeah, I don't. I never bought X in my life. Pulse chain, all this bullshit. So he bought 300 plus crypto. This guy he created the sneak pump on the Cardano blockchain. So not a lot of people are gonna teach you crypto. I'm gonna teach you crypto. This guy created the Sneak on no the Sneak token created Sneak.fund on the Cardano blockchain. It's like the pump fund, and he is an investor in the Sneak token. The Sneak token is doing bad even if their platform is out. There's no platform that beats pump fund. I'm gonna be 100%. All of them are smaller chains, and people are interested in Solana because Solana did a lot of gains, and Solana has a lot way more to go because we know market cap that it already been. It's going to be easier to push back to these market caps. These other tokens, as soon as they reach to these market caps, a lot of people are selling because they never seen that price before. But with Solana is different. People seen these prices before. Some people sold at 120 that bought at $8. It's normal. They made times seven. They need to lock in and probably try to catch a dip at 100 or 80, but that dip might never come. That's why I never sell no Nero Bro Pump. Because sometimes you're gonna sell and it's done. You're out. You're not a millionaire no more just because you wanted a little bit of money on that day. So that's what a lot of people gotta understand. Yeah, we here, we live, we here, we live, always active. We here, we live, bro. We're not rushing into nothing. Look, I'm on live with you guys and I'm raiding. You know why I'm raiding? Why would I not raid? That's what we gotta do as a community. I already raided this, you see? I even dropped the you see, that's what you do. You go here, you like the other people that are actually this guy's shadow ban. This guy's shadow ban. So yeah, you see now I'm at 7 hours ago. Somi is pumping. I think Somi is. I don't know. This guy's weird, bro. I just started following him like 3 weeks ago. I don't know everything about him. But he's not weird. He's always talking about pulse chain. You see, but he does a lot of lives, and he's influencing me to do way more lives because me, I want to do lives to come in and do my shit. But he got the equipment. He got like the live bar. He could just press buttons. It's shit's gonna go like this, like with little buttons. Like he's not doing it with the mouse like me, you know. So that's one thing, and also I need to get more equipment, more shit. But I had my chance. But you know why I didn't take it? Because I'm never gonna sell no Nero Bro Pump. So I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. I'm probably gonna I'm gonna pump to like 1 billion and I won't sell. And I'm gonna probably do like the Dogecoin millionaire and claim that I was. I don't know. Fuck that shit. I'm not gonna do like the Dogecoin millionaire. But what I'm saying is I could never sell like him, but I don't want to go public. Oh, I'm already public. What am I saying? So that's the crypto king. He created TCAT coin on the Ton market. I seen it at 2 million. I didn't buy. It went to 40 million. I don't even care. I seen the day the video came out. That's how you have to work. Like you have to know this guy's a new investor. I love to listen to what he got to say because he's a new investor. When I listen to a new investor, I understand more what the new people are thinking about the market because we already know what we are thinking. But sometimes you got to listen to the opinion of what the new people are thinking. So you see, look, I'm gonna even put a video. You're gonna see how bullish it is, and you're gonna see a lot of people are gonna start being like him in a couple days.
Shooting upwards right now, based off of the Fed decisions, people believe that we might be going into a recession. Others think we're going to be shooting up. So in today's video, I want to be talking about what's going on with Bitcoin. On top of that, the Fed cut decisions and what potentially is going to be happening in the next few months, if we're going to be deviating to a lower point or shooting upwards. Overall, a lot of news is going on in the crypto markets, and you guys need to be updated with what's going on. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I'm just a beginner in the crypto space, showing you guys my wins, my losses, documenting my journey, keeping you guys updated with what's going on in the crypto markets, and just pumping out more videos just like this. But other than that, let's go to jump into it. So guys, I want to start with what everyone's talking about, and it's about how global liquidity is at an all-time high, and based off of whenever the global liquidity is on the verge of a breakout, that's whenever we see new all-time highs, and everyone's all positive and all hyped up with the 50 BPS cut. But whenever something like this happens, you really need to determine if this is a positive move or a negative move. And in my previous video, we talked about how a 50 BPS cut has only happened in 2001 with the dot-com bubble pop era, and then also the 2007 housing crash, whenever both times we were in a recession. So a lot of people think we're going to be going into a recession, but a lot of other people are just hyped with what's going on. So I want to dissect exactly what the Fed cuts mean based off of that 50 BPS cut and what could be potentially happening in the next few months. So it's a great post by the Kobesi letter. If you guys aren't following this account, go follow them. They give a great thread talking about the Fed cuts and what's currently happening. So it's official. The Fed has kicked off the interest rate cut cycle with a 50 basis point rate cut. This is only the third time in history that the Fed has started rate cuts with a 50 BPS cut. The previous two times the economy has crashed. Is this time different? And then he talks a little bit about whenever the stock market crashed and what exactly happened. The two previous times were in 2007 and 2001, which we previously discussed, as shown in the returns tables below. Those were the rate cut cycles with a negative 1 and 2 year return in the S&P 500. In 2001, the market fell 31% after 2 years, and in 2007 the market fell 26% after 2 years. So these were two major crises that happened back in 2001 and 2007 whenever the Fed led the rate cuts with a 50 BPS cuts. So if we jump into it a little bit more around the 2001 stock market and what exactly was currently happening. In 2001, when the Fed started with a 50 BPS rate cut, NASDAQ returns totaled negative 76%. From the top to bottom over a 3-year period. This was one of the worst bear markets in history for technology stocks. Now tech stocks are at an all-time high and the NASDAQ is up sharply. So right now, guys, we're up quite nicely. Everything is popping off really good, as we discussed yesterday, with the US stock market getting an inflow of like over 1.7 trillion. But overall, based off of the 50 BPS cut back in 2001, we saw a negative returns in the NASDAQ, and everyone's wondering if this could be potentially happening again. If we keep on continuing, the same was seen in 2007 when the Fed started with the sorry guys, my bad. The same was seen in 2007 when the Fed started with a 50 BPS rate cut. The Nasdaq fell 56% from top to bottom in another historic bear market. Clearly 2024 is much different than 2001 and 2007. So why is the Fed cutting rates so aggressively? They keep saying that we're on a soft landing, that inflation and unemployment and everything is fine, but based off of where we're going in this 50 BPS cut, they're obviously not telling us the whole truth of what's currently going on in the markets. And based off of previous cycles and previous markets, whenever we saw that 50 BPS rate cut, it wasn't very good for us. So let's go ahead and continue. If the Fed has only started with the 50 basis rate cuts during crisis, why start with a 50 BPS this time? The Fed continues to say the economy is strong and they are calling for a soft landing, but policy decisions are as if we're in a crisis. Something doesn't add up here. And then he also talks a little bit about, Powell. He tries to reassure about solid jobs in the economy, which we could skip over that. History says rate cut cycles that begin with a 50 BPS rate cut after negative returns in the next 12 months. On average, the S&P loses 15% in 12 months after the first cut. Yeah, my brain is just getting so boggled by this information. That's why I keep freezing up. But both of these periods were during a recession, which the Fed claims they can avoid this time. So, hopefully we're not in a recession based off of what the Fed says, and that we can avoid this so we won't be seeing that, huge decrease in the S&P and, be losing 15 to 35%. Meanwhile, interest rate cuts, futures are trading as though we are heading into a recession. Interest rate futures are now pricing in 8 Fed rate cuts over the next 12 months, the most since 2008. History says the more volatility is coming for equity markets. So guys, based off of what's currently going on, everything is trading as if we are going into a recession, and that's just not good, in the long term, of course, for the markets. And this is going to be, having an effect on Bitcoin, which we'll talk about when starting with a 50 B, especially with going into a recession.
So yeah, you see he's new. That's how he talks about the market. The TG's pretty crazy. Like, it's blowing up the computer. The TG is blowing up the computer. No cap, that TG is too hot, bro. That TG is so hot, bro. The computer's just overloading, dog. I don't think he talked about Neiro in this BS one, bro. But he's waiting, bro. Oh, he talked about us again?
Cost away.
Matt, some bullshit. I sold it all for
This
Neiro.
writing properly.
No.
Yeah, guys, look at that. These
All
better than
bullshit.
guys
Yo,
already.
people don't. He's in with us. He got Neiro. Um,
So I even had time to go, because that is kid. It is not. I took some time.
all BS, bro. Yeah, we need more people to start doing some YouTube Nero Bro Pump videos. Yeah, that's what we need. Like people like me, you know. At least me, you go on YouTube, you know there's someone talking about us. But there's other YouTubers, but why they don't write Nero, bro? What's going on, bro? They're not putting Bro Pump at the end. Next, what's next? Okay, scammer, all bullshit. I seen it all. Wait, yeah, I'm done. This is all BS. Nope, not good. Yeah, it's done, guys. These guys don't know it's real. We're the only real community, guys. This year, Nero Bro Pump this year, cause yo, oh my lord, this is the worst video. I should. Nah. Short in the cabal, short in the cabal, short in the cabal, short in the cabal. Yeah, this is, let me just check crypto in general. So if we go check on crypto, nah, I don't like this guy. It's gonna be boring. I could show, I could show you anyways. Just nope. Shiba Inu coin, nope. It's done. It's the Nero Bro Pump. These channels, this one is a lost channel. Bang, bang. Let me just listen
Hey
to
friends, this is Atifo Biraval and welcome to the new update on Dogecoin. On a daily time frame chart, Dogecoin is still moving inside this quite long-term down channel. Since after 3rd of March 2024, you can see that
Soon as Dogecoin pump, Bro Pump is fucking flying. Nero, you guys don't know when you have something, you know. She was a big Dogecoin YouTuber. If you know about Dogecoin, you know about Lucy. So yeah, um, this guy, he's just fucking shilling everything, bro. Just makes me see what's up, but I gotta go do my research because this guy's promoting scams too. I didn't buy, but I know because he promoted some Ponky Chinese version, and I knew it was a scam. So, um, let's listen to this.
It's been a while since I've made a video. Currently, I'm traveling around the world right now. I'm actually in Singapore at Token 2049. It's amazing. I've got a chance to meet a lot of you guys, and I appreciate every single one of you. I thought I'd make this quick video to give you a heads up, a little bit of early alpha, if I must say. For those of you guys on my Telegram channel, you already know. But if you're new, I am currently burning almost $5 million of my own money, and the earliest holders of TCAT have also gone ahead and contributed too. This is something which has never been done. Continue to
Oh, yo, bro, I thought he was gonna say some serious shit. He's talking about his shit ass fucking token he created, bro. I don't want to know about it, bro. I don't even care. This is a good video. I recommend this video for everybody. Probably everybody here listen to Cryptos Are Us and Lark Davis. I listen sometimes. Wendy. Anyways. Fractal Bitcoin is gonna push Bitcoin up and it's gonna push all their meme coins up. You see, he flip flop. He said, it's not gonna be a 50 basis point. I seen that video. So at the beginning of my video, I showed you this guy flip, and he's like, it's gonna be a 25. There's nothing dangerous. I don't think they're gonna do a 0.5. Boom, 0.5 in his face. Free money incoming.
What's up, you guys? It's Graham here, and I hope you're prepared for what just happened. As of a few hours ago, for the first time since March of 2020, the Federal Reserve has finally made the decision to lower interest rates after one of the most aggressive tightening cycles in history. That's right, without exaggeration, this single decision sets a brand new trajectory that not only confirms that the Federal Reserve believes inflation is over, but it's about to affect everything from the stock market, the housing market, the national debt, and even how much you get paid within a savings account. No joke, if you have any amount of money stashed away whatsoever, this is going to directly impact you, almost immediately. That's why we really have to discuss exactly what the Federal Reserve just said, the impact this is about to have on all things money, what history tells us is most likely to happen next, and then most importantly, how you could use this information to profit. Although before we start, as usual, if you appreciate me trying to frantically edit all of this together to give you the most up-to-date information, it would mean the world to me if you hit the like button or subscribed if you haven't done that already. Doing that is totally free. It takes you a split second, and as a thank you for doing that, I'll do my best to reply to as many comments as I can. So thanks so much, and also a big thank you to Policy Genius for sponsoring today's video, but more on that later. Alright, so in terms of why the Federal Reserve finally felt comfortable lowering interest rates, as well as how low these interest rates could possibly go, all of this comes down to the recent inflation report. Now, even though consumer prices have risen across the board by an average of 21.2% since February of 2020, there is some good news in the fact that recently prices have begun to come back down, which has given the Federal Reserve some room to begin cutting interest rates before the entire economy goes to shit. Okay, in all seriousness, as far as where consumer prices are headed, it was recently reported that inflation only rose by 0.2% in August, which was the lowest level since February of 2021. This effectively puts the 12-month inflation rate at just 2.5%, with energy being one of the main culprits, having fallen 4%. On top of that, used cars and trucks have declined 10%, new vehicles are down 1.2%, and oil is down 12.1% over a year. However, the only sticking point here is that core inflation, which excludes food and energy, is pretty much unchanged from the last month at 3.2%, all because housing remains incredibly high at a 5.2% increase over the last year. Of course, in this case, housing is seen as a lagging indicator because the prices that we see today are often the result of data that was signed a year ago, but this could be a reason why some people don't see as big of a rate cut as they would have liked. On top of that, we have another metric that greatly contributes to the Federal Reserve's decision to lower interest rates, and that would be the jobs market. Look, here's the thing. The Federal Reserve's entire objective is to simply support the goals of maximum employment and stable prices, which is a really fancy way of saying they're going to do everything within their power to make sure the cost of goods and services doesn't skyrocket out of control without ruining everyone's lives in the process. Of course, when it comes to that, one of the metrics they look at is the jobs market, because this signals how many people are employed, how many jobs are available, and if wages are strong enough to support the average person. However, as it turns out, the recent interest rate hikes have been enough to result in the fewest jobs available since January of 2021. In addition to that, August payrolls also saw their smallest gain in 3 years, confirming that hiring has slowed down significantly. This means that most likely, the Federal Reserve has reached the maximum that they're willing to push, and everything from here on out is simply about not screwing it up. But in terms of where things get really interesting, we gotta talk about the stock market. When it comes to this, there is one single question that every investor wants to know. Is the stock market going to go up or down as the Federal Reserve cuts rates? After all, in theory, when rates are lower, businesses could borrow for less, growth expands, and your meme stock portfolio returns to levels you haven't seen since 2021. But plenty of charts show the opposite, where nearly every single time the Fed cuts rates, the stock market plummets by an average of more than 20%. So what's actually true? Well, historically, the Federal Reserve hasn't dropped rates unless they absolutely need to. Like, they don't just say,
"Hey, so that Japan stuff kind of spooked the market a little bit, so here's a rate cut to get your profits back."
Instead, they usually drop rates in anticipation of events that could be really bad for the economy, almost as a way to help soften the blow. And this has been the case throughout the last 3 recessions. Like in 2001, they lowered rates before the dot-com bubble. In 2008, they lowered rates during the Great Recession. And in 2020, they lowered rates before everything shut down. Almost as though they knew what was going to happen before the rest of us did. But you know what? That's besides the point. Anyway, in these cases, the market drop wasn't due to the rate cuts themselves, but rather the events that led to the rate cuts being necessary. So in this case, is a rate cut going to lead to a stock market sell-off? Drumroll, the answer is, it depends. On the one hand, since the stock market is always forward-thinking, the stock market could sell off since rate cuts like this are already priced in. For instance, instance, OneInvesting.com analysis made the argument that investors front run and anticipate any rate hikes or cuts that may come up, and therefore where the market is trading at today already takes this into account. They also made the argument that the Federal Reserve has somewhat trained investors to the point where if things get really bad, investors know that the sell-offs Fed is always going to step in to save the day. Or, as they say, any financial or recessionary event jeopardizing the markets would be met with rate cuts and accommodative policy. For many investors in the markets today, their entire investing experience consists of continual interventions by the Federal Reserve. That's why the market has so far only gone higher, but in terms of rate cuts of the past and previous downturns, there's an answer to that. For the most part, the Federal Reserve started cutting rates due to the onset of a recession, a bear market, or a financial event. At that point, as shown on screen, the markets are repricing for lower expectations of earnings growth rates and profitability. Or basically, in terms of what's most likely to happen, history tells us that it all depends on whether or not we see a recession, which also means that rate cuts make less of a difference than we think it does compared to the overall health of the economy. This also means that everything we're seeing today is most likely already priced in, unless of course there's a looming disastrous event that the Federal Reserve is trying to get ahead of. But is this the same for the housing market? Although before we go into that, at the end of the day, the goal is really just about improving your financial future. After all, things happen all the time that's outside of your control. Like you can't predict what the Federal Reserve is going to do. You have no idea how the stock market is going to perform in the short term. And health is something that almost all of us take for granted. Like when it comes to that last part, nearly half of Americans expect that if they passed away today, their loved ones would inherit their debt, and 41% don't have the life insurance coverage they need, which is why our sponsor, Policy Genius, is there to help. For those unaware, Policy Genius is the country's leading online insurance marketplace, making it easy to compare life insurance quotes from America's top insurers in just a few clicks to find your lowest price. On top of that, their team of licensed award-winning agents work for you and not the insurance company, so they don't have any incentive to recommend one insurer over the other, and they can help you find the policy that best fits your needs. Not to mention, they could walk you through the entire process step by step, handle all paperwork, answer any questions you have, and help you make decisions with confidence, with thousands of 5-star reviews on Google and Trustpilot. In fact, with Policy Genius, you could find life insurance policies that start at just $292 a year for $1 million of coverage. Some options are 100% online and avoid any unnecessary medical exams. So check life insurance off your to-do list in no time with Policy Genius. Just head to policygenius.com/Graham or click the link in the description to get multiple life insurance quotes for free and see how much you could save. Thank you so much, enjoy, and now let's get back to the video. Alright, so before we discuss the Federal Reserve's latest statements and what they anticipate happening in the markets, let's discuss the topic that everyone is wondering about: housing prices. At a first glance, there's the concern that lower interest rates are going to spark more demand for cheaper mortgages.
Yeah, so Neiro, bro, pump, bro. We're gonna make it, bro. Yeah, I'm tired. I've been working all day, but yeah, I did the live, bro. Keep doing videos. Boom. Neiro. So yeah, man, stay up. I'm gonna check